didn't get laid too much in college, which I think can be attributed to the fact that I'm black, and say things like attributed to the fact. It's not a good combination to have. I have a friend who had similar issues. He was venting to me recently about he was about to sleep with this girl he really likes, and then his depression medication made his erection disappear. And I tried to make him feel better by mentioning the time I was about to sleep with the girl I like, and then my schizophrenia medication made her disappear. Which I think is worse. Pain Olympics. I wanted to join a frat in college a little bit, but no one really wanted me to join. I wanted to start one, especially. There was already a frat at my school called Iota Kappa, and I wanted to start a black chapter called Iota Kappa Nigga, but they wouldn't let me do that. I had a dog in college named Bilbo, who also couldn't get laid. I didn't name him Bilbo, by the way. That was a white woman who did that. 'Cause Bilbo is literally just dyslexic dildo. Like, you should never give a sentient creature that name. But Bilbo, he couldn't get laid because we neutered him, or as my friend called it, we fixed him, which I think is rude, as if he was, broken when he could have sex. Well, we see your creature wants to procreate and contribute to his species. I'm afraid we have to take him in for repairs. I get why they do it, but it's just rude, because first they cut off his testicles and then they put a cone around his neck, so I can't even investigate the area, figure out what happened. There's one thing to take a man's balls, it's another thing to take his peripheral vision, I'm just saying, if somebody strapped me down, put me under anesthesia, and then cut off my balls, and then I woke up and they were like, "We fixed you," I oughta cap a nigga. All right, I have said nigga enough times for tonight. There's nothing on my hand, I'm just making sure I'm black so I can say it. I like talking about race and stuff, it's fun, but sometimes it seems to me like comedians just sort of bring up controversial topics just to stir up the audience a little bit and then call that humor. So I don't really want to do that today. So with that said, let's talk about religion. So believe it or not, I was raised Catholic despite being black, and it lasted for about 8 years. I abandoned the religion in just about one day. I was about 8 and a half. I was in my room learning how to masturbate, and my dad walked in and he was like, "Marcus, stop playing with your dick. That's Father Albert's job." I was like, "Okay, Dad." It's like, "Okay, Dad." And then he was like, "Go get your mom's pop out of the fridge so I can drink it." And I was like, "Okay, Dad." So I walked over to the fridge, I opened it, and as I reached for the pop, I remembered the 10 commandments, because commandment number 4 is obey your mother and father, but commandment number 7 is do not steal. And I was obeying my father, but stealing from my mother, so no matter what I did, I was going to hell. Which is scary for an 8-year-old, because I don't really know I still don't know what hell really is, because it's described as a fiery pit of eternal suffering, but a lot of the times in movies, it's just depicted as Detroit tinted orange. So I was scared of it. I didn't want to go, and I was nervous standing at the refrigerator. I was nervous, I was sweating, I was dripping from the chest, until I realized that the best solution to my dilemma was to just stop being a Catholic. And then I drank the pop. And the pop was actually straight vodka, so can't win them all. Anyway, that's all I've got. I'm Marcus Tusa, thank you.
I don't think I'll get married. Anybody, who's married here? Who's second marriage here? What we got? Not gonna like this one. Now, both my parents were married to each other and then divorced, and they're both in long-term relationships now. And I'm kind of like, "You think you're gonna get married again?" And you're like, "Fuck no! Did you see the first one? We're not doing a sequel." Plus, who really cares about a second marriage? I mean, a first marriage, you get gifts, but the second marriage, you get a gas card. You're like, "I don't really want to be here." The caterer doesn't even really care. He's like, "Here's some hamburger helper. Do the cha-cha slide. Get on my face." I don't fucking... Even the cake is like, "Happy birthday, Ryan." No one wants to be at your second wedding on a Tuesday afternoon. You guys seen You? That show on Netflix? Couple of you? All right. I don't want to give any spoilers for the last season if you haven't seen it, but there is a lot of fucking in that season. There's a lot. It kind of let me know who I am. Because they would kill someone. I'm like, all right, you gotta do what you gotta do. Marriage is hard. But then they would cheat on their spouse, and I just felt my conservative value was like, oh, I don't like that. I just feel like my dad watching football, like, this is a disgrace. Get those balls out of there. I do comedy often, so it means I have to go to a lot of shitholes to do it. Alright. I mean, it's better. I mean, this is like a funeral, like where you'd have lunch after a funeral. And this is probably the best place I've done comedy in 3 months. I was looking back there like, what does that say about me? No, but I was peeing at a dive bar one time after doing comedy. And mid-pee, 2 dudes bust in and start cutting up cocaine on top of the urinal. Which, women, if you don't know much about on top of urinals, they're not too clean. Like, they're above pube level, but they always have pubes on. Like, I don't get it. Always. But I'm in there peeing, and then 2 dudes bust in and start cutting up coke with a knife. He's like, yo, bro, if you don't give me the $90 for this tomorrow, I'm gonna stab you in the neck with this knife. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just get the fuck out of here. As I'm like sneaking by, the dude stops cutting it up and he looks at me, he's like, yo, dude, you're not gonna wash your hands? We're in a pandemic. Have some fucking morals, dude. Yeah, the guy.
No, I grew up pretty poor. Anybody else grow up broke? Okay, that's all right. Out yourselves. Started from the bottom. Here we are. Not much has changed. Looks about the same. I grew up pretty broke. I never went on many vacations as a child. We only went on one really family vacation. When I was in 2nd grade, I got to go down to Florida. Got to go to Orlando, Florida. Got to go to Disney World for my sister's Make-A-Wish trip. It was super cool. I got to meet Goofy. It was my first plane. She lived. It's fine. Relax. It wouldn't be a cool trip if she died, would it? I don't know, would it? Who's to say? But no, she lived, which is cool. But what they don't tell you about those Make-A-Wish trips, like if you beat whatever terminal illness gets you the trip, yeah, you gotta pay for that trip. Unless you get cancer again. So, my sister found the loophole. But she beat breast cancer too. So give it up for her, please. Give it up for her. Just don't give it up too loud. All right, those debt collectors are still listening. Somebody's got to pay for that shit. Not gonna be me. I don't have a girlfriend right now, but if I did, I don't think I'd be worried about her cheating on me when she's on her period. I don't know. Maybe it's dated thinking of me. But like, who's hitting the side chick on her period? Honest question. I don't have a side chick. I can't answer. But to me, a side chick is for convenience. You know? Like when your girlfriend's out of town and you want to have like the sex. I don't know how you put it. I don't know you. I'm not gonna pretend to know you. But yeah, when your girl's out of town and you want to like do the sex, but you don't want to do it over the phone or like FaceTime. You don't want to do like phone sex because that's weird. You want the real thing. You call your side chick. It's convenient. Or when you want to go to the movies, but your girlfriend doesn't want to go with you because she doesn't want to see the same action movie for the 3rd time in a row. And you don't want to call your boys because they're not going to give you a hand job in the middle of the theater. You call your side chick because it's convenient. Or when you want a 3rd Thanksgiving dinner. But you don't want to deal with the pressure of a lasting impression, you call your side chick. It's convenient. Period sex is not convenient. It's anything but. Unless you use the butt. All right, that's my time. I've been Hunter Miles. Keep it going for Brian B, please.
Y'all love y'all kids? Shit, love y'all babies. Them your fucking babies. They your babies. Love your fucking babies. Me, I hate kids. I can't stand the motherfuckers. And I got 3 of them, so I stay pissed off all the fucking time. I got 2 girls and a boy. I couldn't wait for school to start back up. Oh shit. I took my kids to school. My daughter called back 10 minutes later talking about dad. I'm like, yeah, this ain't my school. I say, your school, some school, bitch. I say, yeah, 3. I ain't coming back. Fuck that. I'm waiting for this shit to be over. Yeah, I got 2 girls and a boy, man. My girls act like me. And that's why I don't like them, because they're assholes. My son think he's the one. He think he's supposed to get whatever the fuck he asked for, whatever the fuck he asked for. He came to me and said, Dad, I need shoes. They're $265. I said, let me tell you something, man. If I buy shoes that cost $265, everybody in the house wearing them motherfuckers. I'm wearing them. You wearing them. Your sister, those are community shoes. Then he got attitude. I only act like that, Dad. You supposed to take care of me, because I didn't ask to be here. I said, you're right. And if your mom would have had her half of the money, I took care of your ass a long time ago. Your ass wouldn't be here. Fucker. Then he want to get sad. But Dad, I'm your son. I say, hold up. I told you. That test said inconclusive, motherfucker. Watch what you call me. Fuck my son, man. I don't care. I don't like him. He gonna tell me, Dad, I think I'm adopted. I said, dude, you gotta know you're not adopted. He said, how am I supposed to know that? I said, because you cannot believe that I had choices and I picked you. Some of these ain't jokes. I'd rather have a puppy. Yeah. My damn son, like now my son, that he at this age where he's starting to get in touch with himself. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Starting to get in touch with himself. Yeah. Every time we go to the bathroom, the shower come on. And I asked him about it. I said, dude, what you doing? He was like, what's wrong with that? I said, because you're taking 6 showers a day, motherfucker. That is not normal. And he argued back and forth with me, I'm not doing that. I said, yes, you are. He said, no, I'm not. Look, I went to the bathroom the other day. He left a sock in the corner. The motherfucker was standing up without a foot in it. Some of these ain't jokes. And I almost grabbed, let me get this sock. The fuck? Boy, come get this damn sock. My daughter runs in, I get it, Daddy. I said, oh, don't you touch that damn sock. She looked up, why not, Daddy? I said, because you don't know none of them people on that sock. None of them people. And it's crazy because then she got attitude with me. Daddy, I'm just trying to help you clean up. Now you being all jumpy. Don't touch the sock. And then this morning he was like, don't kiss mama. I said, kind of for the same reason. She looked up, she said, Daddy, I don't get it. I said, hopefully you never fucking get it. But she kind of like her mama, so her ass might get it one day. Recently, who used to ride the casino bus? Y'all remember the casino bus? Yeah. Look, some of y'all smiling. Some of y'all wish I was on that motherfucker right now. Look at y'all. My friend used to love the casino bus. He's like, man, let's ride the casino bus. And I'm like, why? He was like, because there'd be women on the bus. And I'm like, all right, I guess, and shit. So we go to this casino bus trip or whatever. We get on the bus, and I get on this bus, and I'm looking around, and it's all old motherfuckers on this bus. I'm talking about old motherfuckers. I'm talking about these bitches in their early thousands old. I looked at him like, dude, where the fuck is this bus going? He says it's going to the casino. Where you think it's going? I said, looking at these passengers, it could be going to heaven. This could be the bus to salvation. I ain't ready for that shit. No seats on the bus. I walk the bus looking for a seat. It's one seat in the back. It's this old Latino lady. Her name is Conchita. I seen it on her life alert bracelet. I sit next to Conchita. She old. Her makeup's fucked up. She got Parkinson's too, so she's shaking a little bit. So I sit down, and she looks at me. She says, "Mm-hmm." I said, Conchita. She said, "Don't you know I'm a cougar?" I said, Conchita, your ass prehistoric. You might be a saber-toothed tiger. You ain't no goddamn cougar. She was shaking a little bit. She fell asleep. That was cool. I took her hand and put it on, you know. Fuck y'all. She wanted to do it anyway. She wanted to do this shit any goddamn way. Don't judge me. All right, I don't know who was here last time. I told this story last time. This is a story. It's a true story. I'm gonna get out of here. I went to a show, and I got drunk, drinking 2 hearted ale. And on my way home, I got pulled over by the state trooper. And the state trooper says, comes to the car and knocks on the window. I roll the window down. He said, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm fine." He said, "Any drinks tonight?" I said, "No, I don't need no more, man, but thanks for the offer." Cool ass cop. So he says, "Oh, so I got a comedian on my hands." I said, "Yeah, you do." So he says, "Look, okay, I tell you what. You tell me a joke. If I laugh, I'll let you go." I said, "Okay. How many state troopers does it take to screw a light bulb?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "I don't either. Yeah, I usually screw black people." Yeah, jail was cool though. They let me out there. It was all good. I'm Meijer Burnett, y'all. Appreciate it.
It's 2021. You guys excited? We're here in the future that I dreamed about when I was 15 years old. We're here. Except we don't have flying cars. We don't have trips to the moon. We don't have any of this shit I dreamed of. Jetpacks. We don't have any of that. But 15-year-old me will be very happy to find out we got legal weed. And it's easier to find porn than ever before. When I was 15 years old, it was tough to find porn, find anything to look at, to get excited about. Had to break into Mike Brogan's garage, find his dad's stash of Playboys, look for a month you liked, memorize it, sprint home and hope a bathroom was available. Grew up in a family of 10, that wasn't very often. Do you know how sad it is to have the memory of Miss January fading in your head? Because your dad's taking a dump? And then he opens the door and it's not romantic anymore? It's a fucked up feeling, man. It really is. Remember one time a friend of mine got a hold of an 8mm live action porn film. Now back then, that was rare, okay? And he's like, "Where can we show it? I don't know anybody who's got an 8mm camera." I knew a dude who had an 8mm camera, but him and the guy who had the tape or the film hated each other. So we had to perform like a Camp David detente meeting of the minds to get them to agree to one night showing the porn film, forgetting their differences. After it was all done, the film sucked. The people involved in the porn film were so ugly it looked like they smelled bad. It wasn't worth the effort. Then it dawned on me, if I'd have used all that effort just to woo a woman, I could have had real sex. We can buy legal weed now, that's kind of cool, huh? Go to a weed store. You can go into a weed store in Jenison in Jenison. And it's beautiful. And a little girl in a polo shirt and a little marijuana leaf on her polo shirt comes and greets you and takes you for a little spirit trip. Look what we have here. This weed will make you sleepy and giggly. Could you imagine going to your 1970s drug dealer and asking them for something that'll make you sleepy and giggly? We had to drive into a shitty part of town late at night looking for a guy named Ziggy because a friend of my sister said he might have some shake. Hey Ziggy, you got anything that'll make me sleepy and giggly? I got Pinconning Paralyzer and some Nuevo County Mindfuck. Give those a whirl? Oh, my ride's here.
Up to the last year, I had a baby. Thank y'all so much. And nobody told me that it was gonna ruin all my goddamn freedom. Take all your goddamn freedom away. Like you're never able to do shit that you used to do. You know, I would just pick up and just leave the house whenever I wanted to. I wanted to just, like you ever leave some groceries at the store and he's like, damn, I forgot the Prego. I gotta go back and get some fucking Prego and make spaghetti. All right, cool. Just pick up, grab your keys, and you go. Now with a fucking baby, you don't. Oh, it's a process to getting that shit. It is the whole process, and if you don't know, or if you old people over here too old to remember when the last time you had a baby, let's go through this shit. You get the baby, and you put the baby down, and you put on the shirt, you put a pamper on, you put the pants on, you put the socks on, turn around, get the shoes, and you turn around, and she ain't got none of the shit that you just put on her. Like, you motherfucker. And now you put the shit back on, you turn around and get the shoes again, now she's standing there with a goddamn pamper in her hand, waving that shit like, hey, daddy, hey. And you like, this motherfucker here, I'm just gonna make this spaghetti out of ketchup. Tomato, right? We got different problems these days, man. We got different problems than what we've ever had. I remember being 13, right? And one of the biggest things that used to go on in the news is people leaving their kids in the back of the car. You remember that shit when the kids used to overheat, turn to beef brisket? That's bad, I'm sorry. But they used to, that was the thing. At one point in time, you would leave kids in the car and people I used to be so upset. I used to be so fucking sad. I'd be like, damn, how the fuck could you leave something that you love and you care for? You're 13 years old. The most upset 13-year-old ever. How could you leave a baby in the back of the car? And then I had one. You can absolutely leave that motherfucker in the back of the car. Like, that is a thing, and you just gotta hope you get there before they get well done. Left my baby in the back of the car one time. Let me tell y'all this right here. So I'm going to the mall one day, and I get this motherfucker to put the baby in the car. I put the baby on right here. Boom. And then I was like, ah, shit, I gotta clean out the back of my goddamn car. Cool. Clean out the back of my car, get in the car to drive back, turn around, baby not there. Where the fuck is my baby? It's crazy as hell, right? So I go run in the house and say, where my baby at? Oh shit, where's my baby? I run in the house and baby not there. Come back outside and left the baby on the top of the roof of the car. I left my baby on the car like a caramel macchiato. But at least I ain't no deadbeat daddy, right? Anybody got deadbeat daddies? Shit. The worst thing about having a deadbeat daddy is having that motherfucker die. And I'm gonna tell you, you clapping the wrong part, I promise you. The worst part about having a deadbeat daddy is you gotta go to their funeral and listen to these motherfuckers say all types of good shit about this motherfucker. One lady got at my daddy's funeral, she said, Wallace was a kind man who would give his last to anybody that was in need. I said, whoa, bitch, you lying. I've been asking this nigga for shit for 24 years. This nigga ain't gave me shit. You lying, bitch. Man, I don't date white women. Not because y'all age like avocados. I'm cool with that part. Because y'all so goddamn scared. Y'all so scared of us, man. Big black man, you're scared of us, and I get tired of it. And I'm gonna tell you a little story before I get out of here. Pulled up to the gas station the other day, and I said, excuse me, ma'am. She's on the other side of the pump. She said, I don't have any change. What? bitch, I ain't homeless. I just pulled up in the car. Just think I'm one of them homeless niggas in the tent city. Pulled up and said, excuse me, man. I said, nah, that's not it. I tried to stop her real quick. She said, oh, I don't have any change. And hopped up, she fucking put up, shit, man, goddamn, she hopped in the car and drove off so fast. I tried to stop her, pull over, couldn't catch up to her. And I'm like, bitch, I was just trying to tell you your baby was on the roof of the car. Hey, man, that's my time, man. I appreciate y'all.
I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying not to drink anymore. I can't drink White Claws because one time I was at a show and there was a White Claw rep there, and she goes, hey, she was handing out White Claws. She was like, what flavor do you want? And as I said watermelon, she said watermelon, and that felt racist. I was like, bitch, how the fuck do you know? I'm gonna drink it, it's free. I don't pay for my racism, that's just one of the things about me. That's just one of those things. I eat like trash. Does anyone eat like at gas stations because they're poor? Okay. Anyone eat like gas station hot dogs? I see some fucking liars in here. I see a lot of liars. Okay, we don't know. We don't eat those. All right, you don't jerk off or nothing either? Fucking liars. Lie to me. Oh, we've never done meth. Oh. Yeah, no, I eat you know those jerky sticks that come in the package like with a stick of cheese that survives in the middling temperatures of the fucking gas station for some reason? I used to think those were for people in a rush, but I realized if you're eating those, you have nowhere to go. That's just what you're doing. Oh shit, I'm glad they decorated the funeral home and Christmas shit. That's dope. Holidays, dude. I'm glad we got done with Halloween. I don't like Halloween. I don't like Halloween even though every girl I've ever had sex with looks like she's really into Nightmare Before Christmas. like those chicks. I never really liked Halloween. Like, I grew up a fat kid, and even the promise of treats wasn't enough for me to, like, walk and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot for me. I'm just chafing. An 8-year-old shouldn't know what chafing is, and their Spider-Man outfit is just hot and stingy under my gooch. Do you remember the word gooch, sir? He believes in possession. He knows what gooches are. I bet he knows what a gooch is. Yeah, I never really liked candy. I never really liked candy growing up. I would have been a tough kid to molest. Nobody wants to molest a kid who's really into savory foods. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want some candy? I'm like, what about rib tips or something? You got like rib tips or something? Rib tips? As I get in the van, I'm like, what's the pasta situation once I get in that van? Chicken parm? Veal parm? Cheese situation? I grew up with a single mom. She bought me a hermit crab once, which is a very single mom thing to do. She's like, remember your dad? Here's something else incapable of love. Try to love it. I dare you. You guys smoke weed? I feel like whatever you smoke weed out of says a lot about you. Like if you smoke blunts, you're an adult and probably black, right? You're probably black. If you smoke out of a pipe, you're a piece of shit and I hate you. Just so smug motherfuckers be like, oh, I like weed too, just a touch at a time. If you smoke one hitters, you're a fucking narc. Don't talk to me, I don't like it. It's my weed jokes. All right, I'll leave you guys on this. I used to work at Celebration Cinema. I worked there for 2 hours. They told me when I'm sweeping up popcorn, I had to smile at people, and that felt hella slavey to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just me being like, oh, don't worry about dropping that popcorn, sir. This trash can sure is hungry. Sooner or later, I'm gonna buy myself a fiddle. I'm gonna get out of this place. Sooner or later. All right, thank you guys. I've been Dante Lillard. Thank you.